Happy Friday, Centennial Cougars. I'm Christian Rivera.
And I'm Yesh Young. Thanks for joining us.
There will be some great music in the PAC this weekend.
The Core Department is hosting a Songwriters Night. It will be tomorrow night in the PAC at 7 p.m. Tickets are $10. That money will help a choir go on a trip to Disney World.
CHS is also ready to get bombarded by cheerleaders.
Here's more in this weekend's cheer competition.
This weekend, everybody needs to come and support the Centennial Competition cheer team at our Road to National showcase, where we show what we've been working on this whole season, and it's going to raise money for us going to nationals.
And JV goes at 3:05 and varsity goes at 3:10.
So be there.
A new club at Centennial is celebrating our school's diversity.
This week on Club Spotlight, we take a look at the African American Achievers Club.
I'm Ben McMurray, and I'm here with
Kevin Townsend.
Jaden Stewart.
and they're about to talk about AAA.
So AAA it's a club. It's African American Achievers, and what we want to do is we want to promote African American culture around in our community in a safe environment and a learning environment.
We will also be doing things throughout February for Black History Month. Yeah, that's about it. That I know.
How many members do y'all have right now in total?
We have about 30 members, but we would like to expand that, especially among the gentlemen. We have a lot of ladies right now, and we just want to add more boys to our group.
What days do y'all meet on usually?
We meet on Power Mondays at 7:40 before school in room 124.
Hear that? Go to it. Be a part of it.
Yes, sir. We would love to have y'all come out and support and attend the meeting, so please do that.
Do it for my boy Kevin.
Please.
And Jaden. Do it for him.
The African American Achievers Club will be hosting a talent show on February 27th. If you want to be a part of it, auditions will be held this Monday afternoon in the PAC at 4 p.m. See Mr. Herbert in room 212 to sign up.
The CHS swim team has a big competition today.
They're competing in a regional meet in Nashville. We talked to some of them earlier this week.
Hey, Isaiah, guess what?
What?
There's regionals on Friday.
Regionals for what?
Swim team.
Swim team.
Yeah, it's at the Nashville Sportsplex.
Okay.
Yeah, there's going to be 70-plus teams there, but we're so good, we're trying to get top 10.
Wow. Top 10?
Yeah, dude. We're bringing 26 kids this year.
Dang. Okay. All right, I'm with Camden. What are you most looking forward to on Friday?
We're going to have a good meet, score pretty well, hopefully match up well against the competition.
All right, what events are you swimming in?
I'm swimming the 100 free and the 100 breast.
All right,
we're here with Tommy and Colin.
Team captain.
What are you most looking forward to on Friday?
Swimming.
What events are you swimming?
In the water.
Thank you. All right, we're here with Lily and Olivia. What are you looking forward to?
Swimming.
What are you swimming?
The 200 free and 100 breast. The 50 free and the 100 fly.
All right, good luck. Thank you.
It's also been a great season for the hockey team.
We talked to some of their players about their recent senior night.
All right, I'm here with Blake Dryman. He's a senior on the Centennial hockey team. We're going to ask him a few questions about the season. So what's your favorite memory so far, Blake?
Probably the line brawl the other night against Independence. I mean, it was just something fun you don't get to see all the time.
What caused that?
The dude that probably punched Jack in the face, and then Sam Dubov just kind of went after him.
A lot of aggression on the hockey team. Now, what are you hoping to gain out of the rest of the season?
Just some fun memories. Nothing special, just have some fun.
It's a good way to wrap up a high school hockey career. Thanks, Blake. I'm here with Jackson Clemens. He's a senior on the Centennial hockey team, and we're going to ask him a few questions. So what's your favorite memory of the season so far?
Probably being Ravenwood, 6-4 game, real competitive, and we got the W against one of the best teams in the league. So
it's pretty cool. How did you do that night?
Pretty good. Stopped 32 out of 36, so it's one of my better nights so far this year.
Good job, Jack. Now, what are you hoping to gain out of the rest of your senior season here?
State championship is really all I want. So.
Well, good to hear. All right, thanks, Jack.
Attention seniors, if you haven't completed your financial aid forms, you're running out of time.
A big deadline is just a week away.
I'm here with
Isaiah.
Do you know what the FAFSA is?
Yes.
Yes.
What is it?
It's like federal aid for students.
It's a scholarship where you can get money for college.
It's where the government gives you money. Based on how much you make, I think?
Yeah, taxes.
Income.
Have you guys done it?
Yes.
No.
Well, I've done it, but I haven't completed it.
And have you guys done the FAFSA?
Yes.
My mom has.
My dad has.
Do you think it's useful or will be useful?
I think it will be. It's very useful.
Yes. For some colleges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the deadline for the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid called the FAFSA, is due February 1st of this year. And it's so important to get this done is because you remain in standing to have the Tennessee Promise. So it's the next step for the Tennessee Promise. It's the next step that you need to do it for the Tennessee Hope Scholarship, in which you can have $3,500. And also for the GAMS, we call it the General Assembly Merit Scholarship, which is a supplement in addition to the Hope, which will give you additional $1,000 a year. Another great piece of the FAFSA is that you can apply for a work study. So when you fill out the FAFSA application, you and your parent each having your own a username and password, 2 different accounts that merge together. But if you wanted to have a work study during college, then you would check that box whether you want to or not. You're not sure, and then you could have a job that you get some money. And the final thing is, if there's extra federal money and you're eligible for that, then you would get additional federal money in order to attend college.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. I'm a senior. Great. So, how can students get extra help next week getting everything completed? What can they do?
Good question. Okay, so we've had 2 evening appointments with parents that could come to the Centennial Library to work on the computers. But on Monday, mark your calendars, Monday, January 27th, is we're going to have 2 representatives for TN Achieves, and they're going to be in the counseling center, and we will have a computer on wheels, a whole cart in our computers that we have here. And so they will be able to do at least their student portion of the FAFSA, and then they can go home and their parents can finish theirs as well. So we'll get help on Monday, January 27th, during study halls, during lunchtime. They will be here from 8 until about 3 o'clock with us.
Okay, that's helpful. I know, because I still need to do it.
Okay, well, we want you here.
And would you recommend every senior to do it, like no matter what their family issues is, if financially or not financially?
We would definitely recommend it. That's coming in from our principal, Dr. Megan Sanders, and, teachers and everyone. But yeah, I would recommend it because it secures the Tennessee Promise. That can be a student's way to go to a community college or a TCAT, a Tennessee College of Applied Technology. It also, you have to do it for the Hope. Yeah. For that $3,500 per year, and for that GAM supplement, and if you would want to do work study. So I would definitely recommend it because that's how you're able to secure all those funds.
If you need help with your financial aid forms, be sure to stop by the counseling office before February 1st.
A lot of creative things are going on in the CHS art department.
We stopped by to see what they're working on.
Art 1 students have been learning about different printmaking techniques, and this past week they learned how to make a monoprint, which is a one-of-a-kind print, and we made some pretty cool backgrounds. And then we learned how to do relief printing, where we carved into a plate to make a design that we printed into a pattern. But for this specific project, students actually researched different countries and different cultures to see what their traditional textile designs were. And so they kind of took their inspiration from some of the fabrics and textiles that you might see in Africa or Mexico or even parts of North America.
This is what I made, and I made a monoprint, and it was hard if it looks bad, but it was fun because we got to paint the background any color we wanted and got to design the pattern.
And now to this week's game spotlight.
Today we learned about Majora's Mask.
Searching for lost things, searching for lost friends, searching in the lost woods. Along one day in the woods, Link finds himself wandering for hours upon hours in the foggy woodland. when he is suddenly attacked by the mischievous Skull Kid and his two fairies, Tattle and Tail. Skull Kid steals Link's ocarina and rides off on his horse, Epona. Link gives chase but ends up falling into the trunk of a massive tree. When he wakes up, he finds himself in the strange other world of Termina, where he continues to give chase to the Skull Kid. However, after gaining his annoyance, Skull Kid uses the cursed power of Majora's Mask to transform Link into a small, shrub-like creature known as a Deku Scrub. While the kid makes his escape, he accidentally leaves behind the sister of the two fairies, Tattle, who then begrudgingly teams up with Link to try and reunite with her brother. Soon, Link arrives in a mysterious tower, where he meets a mysterious man known as the Happy Mask Salesman, the previous owner of the Majora's Mask. They make a deal: retrieve the mask and seal its evil power, and he will return Link to his original form. It doesn't take long before it becomes clear that retrieving the mask will have near impossible odds, mainly because of this thing, constantly looming over the idyllic clock town and the whole of Termina. In 3 days, the moon will crash into the earth, wiping out all life. So, Link rushes to the top of the clock tower to try and stop the Skull Kid, but it's too late to stop the moon's collision course. But one sign of hope glimmers through: the Ocarina of Time, retrieved from the masked imp, and remembering the Song of Time taught to him by Zelda, Link warps himself 3 days into the past, going back to see the salesman. He heals Link and transforms his Deku form into a mask. Unfortunately, the deal still stands, and after coming back empty-handed, and after a little confrontation, a new deal is struck. Go to the 4 temples at the 4 corners of Termina and awaken the ancient powers sleeping there in order to stop the moon's descent. Armed with sword, bow, and mask, the time for a new adventure has begun. The mainstay of Majora's Mask is of course the masks. Eventually, you will acquire 3 masks that will allow you to transform into the 3 major races of Termina: the swimming and underwater prowess of the Zora, the overwhelming strength and land power of the Gorons, and the balletic agility and flying capability of the Deku, along with many other smaller-time masks that you can acquire optionally through the game's many characteristic and charming side quests between puzzle-solving dungeons. You'll be able to visit Termina's many characteristic and sometimes twisted areas filled with minigames and many enemies to fight. Though keep in mind that you will only have 3 days to complete your quest, so you have to plan ahead, because after the 3 days have passed in-game, you have to reset back in time those 3 days. In time, Link must succeed and save the innocent people of Termina, facing any evil that may come his way, and in time confront the Majora's Mask and its moon. Who knows what we'll find? Who knows what will happen? All we can hope is that Link will have all of the hopes, dreams, memories, and courage of the people of Termina within him when he does.
That's all our time for now.
Have a great weekend, Centennial Cougs.